What's going on, everybody? This is the Black Nerd Society. I had to catch myself when I was about to intro it like it was my other pod. I'm your host, Jay. This is Reg, Ayana. This is a new thing we doing here. We're going to talk about all things anime. And since we're here, we might as well kick into it. So the first topic is, what are some of your favorite anime fights?
Okay.
You gonna start it off?
Come on, OG.
I'm gonna take it in an unusual direction.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite fights is in Gundam Seed Destiny. So it's a mech fight.
Nice.
It's the new guy. I forget his name. Kira Yamato is the main character, the main character, and he's defending his ship. But I guess it's a warp. No, it's not a warp. I forget what it's called. But they're trying to take them out, and because he's nice with it, he's taking their stuff apart like it's Legos, like he's killing them. They had this whole plan where they're like throwing everything they have at him, everything, like because one of the Gundams, the other Gundam, is able to, it has a bunch of different parts, a bunch of different things. So it doesn't transform, but it's like the focus of how it fights changes because of the additional parts. It's like one of the strike Gundams. So he's taking it apart. They keep sending parts out to keep coming at him. He's tearing it apart, and then at the end, because he's not trying to kill everybody, because he could easily kill everybody, but he's nice.
He's trying to show mercy.
Yeah, he's showing mercy because he's nice enough that he's like, this is y'all fighting for no reason. Y'all really aren't willing to negotiate and figure out what to do. Y'all trying to conquer. So he's like I said, he's taking everybody's stuff apart without killing them. They're trying to kill him, but he's like, all right, and they're trying to kill him. They're trying to blow up the ship, and he's like, in the middle of fighting dude, they fire at the ship. He goes, blocks the ship, blocks the fight, blocks the beam that's firing at the ship, and then they attack him. And it's like they did all that. He still survives, saves the ship, and they're like, and it's just like
That's some strong plot armor.
well, I mean, honestly, with Gundam, they tend to, it's a new type thing, so they tend to say, tend to have it. So it's like you really can't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he sacrifices his Gundam to save everybody. But it's just like what they do to try and take him out. It's like a barrage of attacks, and they're attacking him. They're attacking other people, and he's like defending everything. And I'm like, yo, dude is one of the nicest ever. Now everybody says it's Amuro Ray, and I'm like, he's the guy of mobile suits, so. You know what I mean?
Nah, I get it.
But it's like it's a great fight, and it shows he didn't give up his ideals because like I said, he could have killed everybody.
Yeah,
Easily
it's tough to be high and mighty when somebody trying to kill you.
Exactly, and that's,
So
that's
I
the
get
hold
all
on
that.
to that and still be like, nah, I'm just not gonna kill everybody because I'm strong enough to not kill everybody. That's some crazy stuff.
Nah, that's good. That's tough. Is that your only one, or you got any more?
There's more. I'll let everybody else go around.
All right. So, you want me to go, or you?
It's up to you.
I'll let Lady go.
Okay. So I have a lot of them.
Okay. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because it's so many. It's hard to pick. Probably because again, this is like besides Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
This was like one of the first animes I watched. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite. Like at one point I watched that like every 2 years over and over and over
That's
again.
respectful.
So one of my favorite fights from them is during Chapter Black, when they're fighting younger and elder Toguro. Oh no. Well, what's the name? Yusuke was fighting Sensui, and younger Toguro popped out of old boy's head.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You remember talking? Yeah, and then Karama was fighting him. That's my favorite fight because to this day, my man's is still there going crazy, thinking that he can beat Karama. So that is one of my favorite fights. Like just,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Me, I got a few just like you.
right? Like
But
it's hard.
I got to go with one of the OG fights, and I'm probably gonna get some shit for it, but oh well, it's Frieza versus Goku.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, that's one of my favorite fights because of the iconicness of Goku turning Super Saiyan. I remember it vividly. I was in third grade, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third grade, maybe, and everybody was talking about it at school because it was the episode he was supposed to, finally go Super Saiyan. And I remember, like, when he actually did it, I just felt like I can't really describe the feeling, but I just felt like a sense of accomplishment, even though I didn't do anything. But it's also just the build up to the fight, like him arriving at the fight. Vegeta's all done up, packed up, basically. He asks his sworn enemy to help him avenge his people and stuff. That was just the whole emotional roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, over like 100 episodes.
listen, and I get that because it's the longest fight in anime history. Because it's
the
like-
One Piece fans,
and it's also-
the One Piece fans
That's
saying all the.
listen, I'm a One Piece fan too, and I get
That's
it. But
crazy.
this is better
This was
pacing.
like OG. That was back in the day.
But this
Why
is
this
better
is-
pacing. This is a whole lot. This fight was a whole lot better
Yeah.
pacing. It was strictly to the fight. You didn't get a bunch of backstories.
Frieza he threw hands with like 4 different. It was Piccolo showed up, and that's one of my favorite sections because Piccolo showed up and gave him the business.
Yeah. What's even crazy is Piccolo really got a new power up, and he really thought he was about to do something. And my man was
And then
like,
just
"I got more forms for you." And like
he didn't know he was transforming. He didn't know he was.
yeah, like he really
Megatron.
thought he
Transform.
fused with Dell, and he was all like, "I can win. I can do this."
Yeah.
Like, and when you first got there, it's like, "Yeah, you probably could." Then bro pulled out that bag of tricks, and it was just like. It was over for him. My man was shooting him with beams. He didn't know
Oh
what to
yeah,
do.
yeah, that was when he turned into like the xenomorph.
Yeah. Looked like dude from Predator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like what?
I'm like, yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely see the movie reference that went on with this one. But yeah, like just the iconicness of this, like that fight is just like why it's one of my favorites, and just like the build up to everything. The biggest lie ever told in anime. You got 5 minutes.
Oh,
bro. Oh my god.
That shit was going off like,
5 minutes of anime time.
bro. I'm just like, bro. Like as a kid, I'm just like, yo, he really all right. He got 5 minutes, and then the episode just kept going. We're like, well, it's been past 5 minutes.
Then the
Like,
next day,
yeah, and then a couple
Next
weeks
episode.
after, I'm just like,
wait a minute.
a lot of stuff happened like for it to be 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like what? This was 30 seconds.
Yeah, bro. Like if you really like, I think somebody on YouTube did like a pacing to
Oh,
see
really?
Yeah?
how
I gotta
they
go
would
watch
get
that
everything
'cause-
into like 5 minutes, and the shit was moving so fast. I'm like, oh man. But another one of my favorite fights is this is gonna go from Mob Psycho 100.
Okay,
I don't know
Never
if you guys
seen
watched that yet. Definitely recommend it.
It's a new one, or
it depends.
It's been out for a couple
Yeah,
years
Mob
now.
Psycho's
It's
been out
like
for
it
a
got
while.
like 3 seasons. So
Is it?
yeah, it's like 3
Oh,
seasons.
yeah,
They're about
because they're ahead of One Punch Man.
12 episodes. Don't even get me started on that. It's about like 12
Could
episodes.
not get into that either. I'm
What?
so
One Punch
sorry.
Man? All right,
I'm so sorry.
let me not get off topic. Because One Punch is fire. What? Yeah, it was
It's
him
just-
versus the boss dude. I think his name was Toichiro or something like that. Basically, they was he made an organization of like expert people. Like they
Oh,
got
okay,
like
yeah.
the same type of like power or whatever, but he was just basically playing them to do his bidding or whatever. And they ended up teaming up to try to beat this dude, but obviously he's too powerful for them. And the whole thing with Mob is, once his emotions and anger gets up, the little meter goes up to like, 10, 30, 40,
Yeah.
80%. So once it goes to the 100, that's when he's like at full power or whatever the case may be. So the fight, the animation is just awesome.
Oh.
Like that's one of the good things about Mob. Like
Yeah,
the
Mob
animation is very dope. Like,
Okay.
so I definitely recommend.
Was that
yeah,
Mappa? That was Mappa then too, right?
Yeah, it might have been.
Ooh, that's good. That's nice. They be doing their thing.
Yeah. Anyone else got any more they wanted? I know you said you had a few. I still got some.
This is like it's definitely an iconic one from Naruto when Kakashi and Obito are fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
That like just beautiful cinematically, like with the flashbacks of how they used to fight versus
Right.
now, like just brothers going at it, bring tears to your eyes.
Yeah, the whole story behind that is just crazy because he thought that Kakashi killed his. Well, technically, he did.
I mean, he definitely did kill her.
He definitely did kill her, but
He killed her.
it wasn't like under the standings of he just killed her.
Just to kill her.
She told him to kill her because she didn't want her to get captured and them to steal the tail of beast or whatever. So that's why she told I'd rather die than have the enemy, you know. So that's what he went his whole life thinking. Oh, this dude killed my girl, like, and wanted to destroy the whole world because of it. Like,
that's dedication.
Bro was really on a red page because his chick from like his little chick from like a kid. Like just died,
Scarred
like
for life, man.
Yeah, his first like love, I guess, or crush or whatever, died, and bro wanted to destroy the whole world because of that. Like that's
scarred for life.
We all need love like that.
Nah, we don't need love. Like
not to destroy
the
world. Like,
that's not love at that point.
You know how much shit happened behind that? How many people died because of that? Innocent people died because he couldn't
misunderstanding.
For a misunderstanding.
It wasn't a misunderstanding. You're right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But another good Naruto fight was Sasuke versus Killer Bee.
He got his ass handed to him. Oh my
bro,
God.
that's another. Like, overconfidence is a thing in anime. So bro came in there because he got his Mangekyo Sharingan that he just gonna come in here and do whatever.
Bro.
And bro was just like, yeah, nah. Bro stopped in the middle of the fight to write a rap. Like, hold on real quick. And he was just jotting stuff down. He was just letting them, bro. Bro brought up them 8 swords and was chopping my man up. Like, he didn't know what to do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, his backup was getting beat up every day. Like, everybody was getting tore up, bro.
Shook. They were like, yo,
you see Sugetsu, bro was like, yeah, no. Absolutely not. And then my man with the freaking transforming arm, I forget his name. Jugo or something like that. He was the only one trying to back Sasuke up. He was getting beat up too. Like, and then was it Karen? She only there to heal.
Yeah.
Which is a weird type of bite my arm. She was getting sexual satisfaction from that shit. Like, because she had a crush on Sasuke too. He's biting her arm. She was over there opening the floodgates.
We got to put that under most embarrassing fights.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you got under
it's a certain level of pleasure. Watching somebody get, like you said, the arrogance, because that is the
bro really
when you watch
had
somebody really arrogant get like in Shield Hero. Where the lance, the spear fights him.
Yeah, he thought. Yeah, did you watch Shield Hero?
Oh,
that's another one you get. The first season is really good. The second season, but
second season's solid. It's kind of like a different direction.
Yeah, the first season is like within the first few episodes, it's gonna draw you in. Yeah. But them all them fucking heroes is cocky as hell.
Yeah. Well, they all, it's crazy because they all know what's going on, and he's the only one that doesn't know what's going on. But he's the strongest one there.
Right.
And they're like, they don't want to tell him anything. I'm like, yo, y'all need to talk to this dude.
Jealousy, man.
Yo, but that's
all good.
That's why in season 2 they got their ass whooped. all of them got bodied, and it's like, if you talk to my man, he could have helped you out.
Another good fight, going back into the whole Naruto thing, was Sasuke versus Itachi.
Oh, that's so sad.
I get it because that's your brother.
Wait, which one? They done fought multiple times.
The last one, the one that matters. Like,
the first one, Sasuke was getting tore up.
Yeah, he was honestly he lost that last fight too. If Itachi didn't die, like, he would have lost that fight too. Because bro did every single thing he could do to possibly try to win this fight, and my man still got up. My man caught the lightning from the sky and shot my man and everything. He still got up, and he knew he was walking over to him. He knew it was over.
Yeah,
and my man just died after that. So it was he was the same thing. Sasuke came into pretty much every single fight overconfident. He got his ass whooped every single time. Like, you wouldn't think getting your ass whooped through the whole series, you would come there with a little bit more game. Yeah, like Oh yeah, Rock Lee.
Whew. Oh my god, he really got his ass handed to him a lot. And I'm thinking about it, like,
Yeah, bro got his ass beat that whole series, yo.
Well, because they showed him being nice versus Naruto and everybody else, and then like once they started introducing more characters, it was like, nah, he's not the nicest. He's not the nicest. at
Bro,
all.
yeah, when Rock Lee dropped them weights, it was over for my boy. Like, or was that against Gara?
That was against Gar, but no,
Okay.
because he fought Rock Lee. Rock Lee, when he just met, and he was like, oh, this guy's, he was cocky.
Yeah, like he
Rock Lee
thinking
was like, nah.
all hands and feet too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's the crazy thing. Like no powers, no
powers at
jutsu,
all.
no
No
nothing. Just
jutsu.
all hands
Just-
and feet.
Yeah, just run these hands.
Well, I guess taijutsu counts as a jutsu, but
doesn't.
yeah, does it though? Like,
Nah.
oh man, but another one. I don't know if this actually counts as a fight, but Yugi versus the Pharaoh.
Oh shit! Damn, I barely remember Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to
Damn,
watch that
yeah.
when I was like, what,
I
9?
couldn't. I was. You got to understand how old I was when Yu-Gi-Oh dropped. I couldn't respect myself and watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, listen,
Especially when it's like, it's this blonde-haired white boy who has the power of the fact. I was like, you know what? I'm done.
listen, that's just Hollywood shit. They've been doing that since before Yu-Gi-Oh even came out.
But
So-
yeah, my blackness wouldn't allow me.
I listen. I understand that, and I try to keep that concept out of mind and just actually watch the show because it's a good show. You
Is
know,
it?
but it is.
I
feel like-
honestly don't even remember like.
See,
Come on, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
listen, it
Yes.
gets a lot deeper than that. So y'all only remembering it from back then, but if you actually watched it, it's actually a good show. But through
I think
everything
that's
that
nostalgia. That's nostalgia talking. But
listen, I you could say that, but listen,
No, one of my friends is reading the manga currently. He said it's good,
right?
so
I'm
it might have some
like,
standing.
Yu-Gi-Oh had us in a chokehold as a kid, so
but as an old head, it was like,
listen,
know what I'm saying?
I understand that there's an
on,
age
guys.
difference in between there,
you know,
but I actually had to rewatch it because I haven't watched it since I was a kid. So actually, they had other seasons. They had like 5 seasons. I thought it was just I just thought it was just the 2.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, to find out they had 3 more seasons, I'm just like, all right, let me get into it. But after like the first Yu-Gi-Oh, they done went into different spin-offs, and those aren't as good as those aren't good. But the original one is actually the good one. All the other ones that they tried to do after that, it wasn't good to me. Like I tried to get into it, but it just wasn't happening. But
back to the fight.
yeah, so technically a duel, but after everything that I've been through, his dude was living in the puzzle and all this other shit. So in order for him, his whole thing was to get his memory back, and and eventually go, I guess, be dead because this nigga was alive. So
Come on.
he was going
release
into the
me.
after, release him into the afterlife, or I guess whatever. So that was his whole thing. Once he found out who he actually was, because he didn't even know who he was at first. He lost his memory. So they went through this whole thing together, fighting evil people, building up this friendship and all this other stuff. And then my man was actually trying to leave, and they was like, "Nah, you can't leave. You gotta duel your guy in order to cross over." So after all that stuff that they went through, they had to actually battle each other.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so that's the significance of it. And of course,
Okay.
the Pharaoh
I
lost,
could respect
plot armor because Yugi was going against 3 Egyptian gods, and somehow he still won. So you know how plot armor get.
Oh my god.
Well, it's
What
the heart
the-
of the cards, baby.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
we love plot armor. We love it.
I get it because it makes the show go on, but some of the stuff just be like, really, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my favorites. But a lot of my favorites came from like Naruto because it's so.
Yeah, it's
Like I was going through a list of like Naruto fights. There's so many.
Yeah.
Like there's so like iconic fights that go on in there. Like even like with him with Sasuke and Danzo. Like I just felt like that was just the lick back. Like all right, now he got like his lick back on the dude that was somewhat responsible for his clan being destroyed or whatever. Like so,
wiped
yeah.
out.
And then my man tried to fucking suicide bomb himself at the end. I'm like, you couldn't just take the L. He was trying to take it with.
Nah. We don't take L's in anime. Ever.
Shit. a lot of people that took some L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but That was just a theme in that show too, because Datara tried to do the same thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Everyone
But that
trying to
was
blow
his thing.
Sasuke up, yo. It's like a recurring theme in that whole anime. Blow Sasuke up.
Well, they know he got the eyes, man.
Yeah,
He got that potential.
definitely. All right, so we're gonna jump into the next topic. What is some of the coldest / most savage moments in anime? I'm gonna kick this off.
Okay.
Okay.
It's when Aizen was going against Ichigo, and he turned my man theme music off and blocked his attack with one finger.
You talking about Bleach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched that one.
get into it.
Yeah, boy.
Well, anybody that watches anime knows that once the theme is playing, the
Yeah, you gotta
protagonist, the protagonist is usually gonna go off or whatever, or do something like amazing once the theme start playing. Aizen said, "Turn that shit all the way off." He said, "Turn that shit off." And my man tried to attack me. He blocked it with one finger,
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my.
and then cut my man all the way up, had him looking stupid. That was the biggest reverse Uno card I've seen like in anime so far. Like that shit was nuts. I'm just like, nah, he ain't just turn his shit off. Like, and the crazy thing is about I heard about this scene before I actually watched it. So I'm just like, nah, he ain't do that shit. So when I actually got to the point and everything that was built up to, I'm like, nah, he ain't about to go out like that. The theme is playing, you know, they got bright lights playing in the background. I'm like, my man about to go off, and the music just stopped. And my man was just sitting there with one finger, not one hand, not an arm, just one finger, and couldn't even move. And my man got cut all the way up. But that's one of the coldest to me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. For me, did you watch Terraformers?
No, but I've heard of it.
Okay. It's very violent, very bloody.
We like violence.
There's a scene in Terraformers where it's like, well, set up. They terraform Mars, and they sent, what was it, like algae and cockroaches. It's weird. Cockroaches evolve.
I remember you was telling me, you and G-Rob was telling me about
Yeah.
this one.
Cockroaches
Well,
evolve.
I'm gonna stay away from that one then, because
Nah, I mean they're humanoid basically,
Okay.
so they kind of look like Cell, kind of.
All right.
So it's not super duper weird as far as how they look, but you know they go there because it's like they're trying to take over the planet. So it's a bunch of international groups. So it was this Russian group, and they kind of set off on their own because they kind of had their own little plan going on. And the cockroaches show up because they're big, like human size. And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. She's our strongest fighter. Da, 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 da. So they souping this girl up. She's out there. Yo, it was like she did one move. They parried that shit and took her fucking head.
Damn.
One hit. I was like, yo. And the whole show is savage like that. Because, like, don't get attached to no characters in the beginning of the show. Because they all going to die.
I love shows like
Seriously, they are all going to die.
That's kind of like Hell's Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did all this introduction and backstories to everybody just for them to die in the first season. I'm like, damn, I was starting to get attached and shit. Now they going.
Nah, yo, Hell's Paradise was really good.
Yeah, it
I
was.
was impressed. I didn't know what to expect, but I was like, yo, that's really, really good. Really good.
So I have two.
You
My
can have as
first
many as
one?
you want because I got some more too.
My first one is from Attack on Titan when Aaron and all them went to Marley.
Right.
And he transformed, and old girl was starting to transform, and he just cut that shit short and punched her. Because like we were talking about, like you normally wait for them to power up and then they
Right.
get started.
Yeah.
Nope,
Bro
none
was
of that.
Like, bro was
Just,
like, nah,
Nah.
we ain't
we
doing
not.
that here.
I know how this story ends. We not even about to do all that.
Yeah.
that was my first one. My second one, have y'all watched Tokyo Ghoul?
No, I haven't.
No.
Some of it, bits and pieces.
So basically, the main character, Kaneki or whatever, he's getting tortured by this guy, and he makes him count backwards from 1,000 so that he stays like mentally aware of the torture he's going through and doesn't pass out. It's some real sick shit. But so basically, he just snaps. As soon as he starts torturing him, he snaps and ends up like eating the guy.
Damn.
So yeah, it gets there because he been torturing him from like days, like as soon as he would count like down from 1,000, he give it like an hour and then start that shit up again.
Damn.
So my man's finally snapped and
That'll do it to you. That remind me of when Itachi put Kakashi in that Genjutsu, and my man was on the cross getting stabbed for like 3 days. It was only supposed to be like an hour, but to his bond it was like 3 days or some crazy shit. Oh man! But another one was when Kurapika bought the shovel to my man's fight. He's like, "Yeah, you about to get buried, nigga." Like, you know how like cold you gotta be. You about to kill a nigga, and you bring the shovel to the fight. And then did it. Like, he killed my man, dug a hole, and put him in it. Like, it don't get no more colder than that, man. Like, that I seen that. I was like, yo, this motherfucker not playing. Like, he was hell bent on revenge, too.
For his peoples. He had to.
They kind of stole that shit. Well, I don't know. Yeah, did Naruto steal that, or did they steal it?
Still what, the eyes?
Yeah, because...
that's a good question. What came first? Because I know that's like a 90s one. The original.
You're talking about...
Hunter x Hunter.
That was, I think they came out originally in 99, and then they made a remake like in 2011 or something.
Yeah.
So, and I think Naruto might have started 98
like
maybe.
90, yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows?
So
Little
somebody bit
crossover.
off somebody. 'Cause as soon as I seen this, I'm like, well, he's a fucking like a Chiha, like Clan's dead, red eyes. Like, yeah, I seen this one before. But yeah, nah, that was cool to me when he brought that shovel down there to bury my dude, and he was cocky too.
Oh, very cocky.
Yeah, he thought this shit was in that bag. He was like, I'm about to put you in there with your other peoples, and
Talking
I'm
all that shit.
I'm about to take your eyes too. I'm about to add them to the collection, and then got put in the dirt. Yeah, but another one, this one's kind of, it's not too crazy, but it was just always funny to me, is when Goku was fighting Nappa and he was standing on top of his head. I'm just like, bro, he was playing with him this whole time. Bro couldn't touch him or nothing. He was just like, now I'm just standing on top of your head. And bro was just getting madder and madder this whole time, because it's like, that's just like humiliation. Like, you trying like your best to like hit this dude, you can't even touch him, and then you try to hit him, and now you look for him, he's standing on top of your head. Like, oh man, y'all got any more moments y'all want to share? Or
I would say another one from Hunter x Hunter when Kahlua ripped old guy's heart out
oh yeah,
and then walked past him with it beating in his hand.
yo, yeah, that was fucking crazy. Cause he's like a kid, and like you don't even like really expect that from him. Like,
Once again, guy talking all that shit.
it's always, it's a reoccurring thing. Like, he thinking because he a kid, he about to beat his ass. My bro ripped his heart out. Like,
Clean.
also fucking Mortal Kombat fatality
Yo.
shit. Like,
And he was casual about that.
yeah, like, he didn't
very.
crack a
Just walk
smile,
back
and
That's what I'm saying. He was like, this
didn't flex.
is, like, this is Tuesday.
like, I just got your heart, my nigga. Like, bro, see this
And
heart,
then
see
gave
this
it
hole.
back.
Like, he's like, here, you can have it. Yeah, no, that was crazy. So, all right, next topic. What are some of your favorite rage moments in anime?
You kind of stole my thunder with that, because I would say Goku's transformation.
To Super Saiyan?
Yeah, because
That's that's the most that's one of the most iconics, and for rightful reasons, because Frieza killed his best friend, and it's the whole build up to the whole Super Saiyan thing when Vegeta was like, "Yo, I think this dude is Super Saiyan," and he got pissed off at that, like how he is Super Saiyan and I'm not, like, just to come to find out that he actually wasn't, not yet anyway.
Yeah. Well, he thought that like 3 different times.
Yeah.
On there.
Everybody turned Super Saiyan before him. Poor thing. Poor thing.
Yeah, that's crazy because you got he didn't know that was his son from the future, but
Yeah.
He just thinking it's some dude that just showed up and he just like he just turned Super Saiyan. And
Where
he's
are they
like,
selling this shit?
yo, for real,
Because I need to get some.
yo, but yeah, he damn, I know, lost train of thought that quick. Because I was thinking about something and I'm just like, damn, I just like lost train of thought that quick.
Yeah.
But that Super Saiyan one.
Vegeta gets one. Vegeta has one too, where he blows himself. It's not really. It's kind of a rage moment.
That was
But
more
when
like
that's
a,
Majin Buu.
that was more of a
Oh.
self-sacrifice type
Yeah.
of.
But he's still. I mean, you're not happy. You got to blow yourself.
I mean,
up.
technically it was his. Technically it was his
It was
fault.
his fault. It was all
it
his
was
fault.
absolutely.
It was his fault.
It was absolutely his fault because
He just
'cause
did too much.
He was doing the most. He was doing the most.
Bro was trying to get his get back for Goku. I'm like, bro, it's been 7 years. Like, get that shit up. He was just like, nah, we gotta fight.
And then finds out that Goku was holding back the whole fight. So now
Yeah.
he's super stupid.
That just hurt his ego
You know what
even.
I'm saying? He's super.
So
That
that's
shit
why
is-
he blew himself up. You know, that hurt his Saiyan pride. Okay.
Yeah. So in order to, instead of dealing with it, I'm just gonna blow myself up.
Exactly. Hope this works.
And did it. So, you know.
Yeah, they did all that just for my man to come right back. Like, I would have paid money to see the look on Vegeta's face when he found out that he came right back after he blew that dude. Like, he tried to blow that dude up. All that for nothing.
Yeah.
And then he was still being an asshole even when he got bought back.
Yo.
Goku was like, yo, we gotta work together. Like, nah.
Nah, fuck that.
Fuck that. I know what you did. But one of my favorite rage moments is Mob Psycho 100. He was coming home. It was from them people that I was telling you about earlier, that them Esper people,
Yeah.
whatever. They burnt his house up. So he's coming home and he sees that his house is on fire. And he's trying to make sure that, you know, his family and stuff is good. So he's walking through there, whatever, trying to, you know, make sure everybody got out or whatever the case may be. And then he opens the door and then it looks like his family is just sitting there just like burning up. So, you know, the whole thing with Mob Psycho, you know, the little counter thing where the thing goes up. And at this point, we haven't seen it get to like, I think we might have seen it get to 100 like one time. But, you know, he sees that, the shit starts going up, it goes past 100, it starts going like, his body starts contorting and doing all this crazy shit, like, and his little buddy or whatever, dude that be with him, Dimple,
Yeah.
he's like, no, don't look, and he's looking, and it's too late, and he just started going into like a frenzy. To me, that was one of like the craziest moments, or one of my favorite rage moments, because at this point, we never seen this level of power from him, and just the whole shock value. I'm like, yo, this parents all burnt up, but it ended up being fake at the end or whatever.
was
But
gonna
just
say,
at that
damn.
time, I didn't even know that. I'm just like, yo, his parents and brothers going, they done burnt up. Like, it's about to be some crazy like revenge type shit. Like, but yeah, that's one of my favorites.
So mine is kind of like a combo of what we talked about last topic and this topic.
Sure.
Attack on Titan is Zeke when they were going like the memories, him and Aaron.
Oh, when he was staring at him,
And
that shit cracks me up when he looks at him like that.
and you know, it's the dad or there or whatever because he has to kill whoever they were. I forget.
They're them people.
Yeah.
Was they just like random people or something?
It was they had some sort of power. I don't know, like that shit. It's a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie, but when you know the dad was saying like, you know, like I don't even really want to do this, and here come Aaron. Why are you here? Do that shit, nigga. Stop being pussy.
He was like,
And Zeke is just like,
he was like,
it was you.
He was like, you don't remember what they did? Yo, the memes for that shit was fucking hilarious. Like they was just putting him staring at every single day. I gotta show you. But did you watch Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Okay, you know
That's
what I'm talking about.
that's in the most recent season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not the like season that just
Yeah,
was out, but yeah,
okay.
the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was able to basically go back in time and make his
Yeah.
father do stuff that
Yep.
so that which really makes the story so crazy.
Right. And
Because you're
then
like
Yeah,
so he made his father do stuff to him that it's like wow.
Yep.
So
but
yeah.
just the look on Zeke's face, like
bro was shook.
that was internal rage.
Yeah, bro was shook. Like, and the crazy thing was he wasn't even like, he was just staring at him. Was like, so you just gonna let this go down? Bro bit into his head and started going crazy. But another one of my favorite rage moments is Gone, when he find out that Peter when Peter tells him that he killed Kite.
Oh yeah.
And my bro turned into a grown ass man. Like, that shit was crazy,
He said,
bro.
bring Kite back.
Bro was like 10 years old. Next thing you know, this nigga like 6'5". Like,
Hair up to there.
hair up there with cock diesel,
that's
like
the
cut
Super
up and
Saiyan-
everything.
That's
Yeah,
that Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
yeah, like, I'm just like, yo,
much.
bro, he was upset. Like she thought it's like, yo, I'm not playing. Like he's really dead. He was like, nah, she's playing, and she's like, nah. Like, he's really good. And then bro just went on like a power trip.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared for her. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you knew it was some shit. Like, I could look at, like, you seen like the calmness like in his eyes. Like, anyone in anime knows when they like got that calmness like to him, like it's really about to be like some shit. Like, bro was beating the living hell out of that cat person.
Yo.
Yeah, but I never really understood like his thing with Kite. Cause they met like a little bit later in the series, and they did little adventures and trained a little bit. I just didn't understand the significance of why he was so pissed off.
I guess because like that was kind of his connection to his dad, right?
I get that, but it's just like, bro, you only know this nigga for like maybe a few weeks, and you going off the hinge like that. Like,
Well, I mean, think about how quickly he made friends with like Karapika and
yeah, I
Kahlua and
understand
Leorio.
that, but they had a longer history. They've been through a whole they went through the forest a little bit,
and Kite sacrificed himself for them, so they could get away.
So I get
Remember?
that. Yeah.
Because once again, they was being cocky and almost got packed the fuck out.
Yeah. All right, so I get that aspect of it, but I still think it was a little overboard for him to be tripping like that over somebody he only known for like 3 weeks.
and she reanimated him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think-
yeah,
so I
yeah.
think
That's what set
really,
him
like,
off. I
brought it
forgot
home.
about that.
Because he was thinking he was alive that whole time.
Yeah.
And-
Straight reanimation jutsu.
Yep.
Yo, that was one of the most brutal beatings I ever seen in anime. Like, then she cut my man arm off. And then my man took the arm and then punched a hole through her with the cut off arm. I'm just like, yo. Bro was pissed because when Killua actually found, he's still beating it like she dead already. He's still standing over there
Beating her.
beating. Like,
Clue was like, bro, like.
no,
you-
chill out,
you
yo.
good? Like,
It's half a body left. You just still beating. They over there first come rock, and I'm like, come on, yo. Like, he dead already. Like, she dead already. Like, bro was not playing with her, yo. Like,
at all.
and that's why that's one of my favorites, because I'm just like, bro was just in like a real rage. Like, when you think of rage, like that's what you think of. And he was so calm about it too. He was like in fury, but just like so calm. That was the most crazy thing about it. Like, I think the only time I seen his face like really get like contorted a little bit was when he first changed, when the shit got all black and stuff. I'm just like, yo, that's fucking crazy. He really like added like 25 years to his life just
Just by getting mad.
yeah. I risked my whole life to just kill this person that killed somebody that I've known for 3 weeks. Now I'm laying up in the hospital, not
For
knowing
the
if
whole
I'm
next season.
yeah, for the whole next season, I'm just in a hospital bed, like wrapped up in cast and bandages and all this other shit. My friend's trying to find a way to heal me.
And it takes that for his pops to show up.
Yeah,
Barely.
barely.
He didn't say that.
Leorio wanted to.
He just showed up, talked to everybody else, and then left.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
But that's a topic for another day. We're gonna touch on that.
On Anime Fathers.
worst anime fight.
I mean, we got time.
So at number one, Ying,
yeah. Bro's an asshole. Like,
he dropped Gone off and said, "Okay, see ya."
yeah, I don't got nothing to do with you. You come find me, I guess. Or don't. No, he said, "Don't find me."
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "I never wanted to meet you." How you tell your child that? Like, I never would. Like, bro spent his whole anime life trying to find you. Just, like, I never wanted to meet you. And when he finally sees you after he done been brought back from the brink of death, he's just like, "Oh, hey."
That's it.
But another one is Tucker. I don't know if y'all watched
What's that?
what you call it?
Oh,
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
that's the
Oh, the one that turns them into like animals or
Yeah, he
something
turned
like that?
into
that's
like
the
a
one,
chimera or some shit.
that's the
Like, bro turned his whole daughter into like an immortal. Like, well, she wasn't immortal,
she
but
wasn't immortal at
turned
all.
into like a fucking demon pet. Like,
Yo, she combined her and the dog to keep having research money.
Right.
Oh.
Because basically they got
That-
like
and
a
that's how-
system. They got like a system where all right, they got to be somewhat type useful in order for them to
Yeah.
still get paid or whatever. And bro was coming up short, so he was just like, all right, well, in order for me to survive, I'm gonna turn my daughter into a demon dog.
Because isn't that how the mom died?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he
same
did
thing.
the
Mom,
same thing
mom
to the
just
mom.
disappeared.
Yeah, it disappeared for
Nice.
the daughter, and then
Nice.
it's like, yo, you a terrible human being.
Yeah, bro was just so casual with it too, like he ain't do no wrong.
Yeah, he was like, what? What did I do? I advanced to read. It's like, yo, you don't even care about your family, yo.
You don't care about nothing. You just trying to care about keeping your status.
Yeah, it's just.
All right, let me put this out there right now because I know this is going to be something that's get brought up. Goku is not a bad father. Let's nip this in the bud right now. People keep looking at it like he's a human and he's not. He's an alien.
But he doesn't know. First of all, he was a bad father before he understood it. He was an alien. So
No, he been in his son's life this whole time. But, minus the times he was dead.
First of all, Piccolo
Minus
was
the time
Gohan's
he was
father.
dead.
So
Piccolo stepped in when he was dead. Like he wasn't like Piccolo was just all right. I'm gonna be here and Goku was around. Goku was dead, mind you. He died trying to save his son.
yeah,
Bro sacrificed himself for his son. Well, I don't think he needed to sacrifice himself, but plot armor and how that whole
Well,
shit go. Cause
I mean,
he did it not once, but he did it twice. Gave up his life for his kid. You telling me that's a bad father?
well, the second time was his fault.
Was it his fault though?
You gave the nigga sensu bean. What are you talking about?
If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for that,
he did do that.
if it wasn't for
He
that,
did do that.
if it wasn't for that, Gohan would have never got pushed into transforming into Super Saiyan 2.
I'm saying he did, but here's the thing with that.
The ends
Okay.
justify the means.
But see, nah. First of all, we
He
gonna
watched
go
his
down
son
that
get
road.
fucked up.
He didn't know his son well enough to understand how to train him.
What you mean? They spent the whole year in the time chamber.
That's the only year he spent with his son.
He spent more time than that, bro. Come on, let's
Did he?
cut it out.
Did he?
And
prior to
I'm
that
talking about the parts he wasn't dead for, because people like to forget that part when they keep talking about he wasn't there. He was dead for like a while.
I understand he was dead, but
So
he still think about it. What is Gohan's fighting style?
he's passive aggressive.
No, but he's studied under Piccolo. His style is basically Piccolo's fighting style.
Uh,
The
I-
only elements that he learned of Goku's fighting style, he learned from Krillin and Master Roshi.
Listen.
He didn't learn it from Goku.
All right, listen. Let's go all the way back. All right, he has Gohan till he's about 4.
Yeah,
He dies trying to save him from his brother, or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
So he's gone for like a year, comes back. And then he fights, Vegeta and them and all that stuff. He's still around during this whole time, during the whole Namek shit. Once Namek blows up, he's gone for like what? Another year, I guess, or maybe 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Then he comes back. They have 3 years or whatever before the androids show up. So he's training with his son this whole 3 years. And then dies again. He's gone for 7 years.
Yeah, that was the biggest gap.
That was the biggest gap. And then
Then the Cell
he
Saga.
he comes back
no,
during the
same
Boo
saga.
saga.
Yeah.
He's
And then he's been back.
he's not even really back in during the Boo saga.
Technically, no.
Homie,
But he's still-
got a
he
halo on his head.
Weekend pass.
He got a
Got a
weekend pass.
during the Boo
He comes
saga.
back. But then, during that whole, he eventually comes back. And then he's been back ever since.
Training.
which is kind of crazy, because after the Namek saga, they should have been able to bring him back anyway with Dende there.
He didn't want to come back, remember?
Oh, well.
Well, he's not the grandfather. See, that's the point.
Listen, no. Here we go. He did not
Oh,
he did
God.
not want to come back because he didn't want to be a father. He did not want to come back because he didn't want to put the Earth in more danger for having more people come to Earth and try to fight him and do all this other crazy shit. That's why he didn't want to come back.
Wasn't nobody
When
else
did he
out
ever say
there?
that? Ain't say
He
that.
said that at the end.
Wasn't nobody else out there.
He said that when they tried to wish him back after the Cell Saga, he was like, all these people coming back, the Red Ribbon, RB, Cell,
Red
Frieza,
Ribbon. He had destroyed
Vegeta, all
Red
them.
Ribbon.
They were still
Vegeta-
around. They were still around. The whole Cell arc was Red Ribbon. He destroyed them like 20 years prior to that.
But I'm saying,
Well, to be fair, Cell is a little different because he came from a different timeline.
Listen, Red Ribbon, it all falls under the same thing. He defeated him as a kid,
technically,
and they come back 20 years later with
technically
androids and
it's Red
shit
Ribbon.
trying to kill. Android 16 whole thing was trying to
He
kill
never
Goku.
stood a chance.
Their whole thing was trying to kill Goku. A lot of people lost their lives. They had to keep getting wished back. Cities then got blown up all because of this. They trying to get Goku.
Well, that's Dr. Gero too.
Trunks had to come back from the future, from another timeline,
To save Goku.
to save Goku.
So when
because
the-
they trying to kill Goku because they made androids to kill Goku.
But hear me out.
That's Dr.
They didn't
Gero.
even
Red Ribbon Army.
kill him in the other timeline, right?
The heart virus killed him
Right.
in the other timeline.
So I feel like you can't really justify that because my nigga was gonna die. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
listen.
So like,
he
they was
survived in the one timeline, so he bought the medicine. So all this comes from somebody trying to kill Goku. So he felt like the Earth would be safer if he wasn't there. And during that whole 7 years, wasn't shit happening. Ain't nobody die. And the Earth ain't get blown up. They ain't had to use the Dragon Balls. Like, it was a whole peaceful time. So he did it for the greater good. He didn't do it because he didn't want to be a father to his kids. He wanted his kids to have a peaceful life. Nobody gives Vegeta shit for not being a good dad.
Vegeta is a good dad.
He didn't hug his son till he was 7.
Tough love.
Tough
All right?
love.
That's the Saiyan way.
That's the same way.
That's the
Okay.
Saiyan. He's not a human.
Y'all just proving my point.
No, but he's not a human.
It's the same way. Y'all just proving my
Goku was
point.
raised by humans, so it's not that he's not a human.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't
Listen, it doesn't matter who you raise. He's still an alien. He still has a alien instinct.
If you were raised by a white family, you would not be the same person you are.
listen, but you gonna get a lot of more passes and stuff. If I grew up in a white family, I could still say nigga. I can't.
It depends on.
I
you
can't.
can. You
I'm
can.
black. I grew up in a white family. I can't say
But it
nigga.
depends on how they raised you. And what,
It doesn't matter.
If
I
you grew
just-
up in a white family in Utah, and they ain't listen to rap music, so you didn't hear that like that, and they were like,
Listen,
"Nah, you don't say that." You
Doesn't
don't
just
say
because I don't know that the
that.
past.
It wouldn't magically. It wouldn't magically.
because
I'm
I-
gonna say this shit.
Listen,
You know?
just because I don't know that past exists doesn't mean I can't use the past.
I didn't say that. I'm saying you wouldn't.
But that's my point,
But if
though.
you didn't understand, if you don't know about it, when you find out about it, yeah. But initially,
Listen,
no.
and you got to realize Goku found out he was a Saiyan when Gohan was 4.
Yeah. So he was like, I need to see other shit. That's what he was.
Bro,
He said, who the fuck is Kakarot?
Vegeta keep getting the pass, bro, because he
Nah.
trained just as much as Goku. He doesn't be home just as much as Goku, but he just keeps getting the pass.
He do be home because Bulma set it up that way.
No,
Yeah,
he don't be home. He be gone for months.
Okay,
he
when
didn't
he was
hug
trying
his-
to turn Super Saiyan, yes.
He was
But how
gone
old was
before then.
Trunks? How old was Trunks?
When he tried to turn Super, he missed his
He
whole
was just
pregnancy.
born, I think.
He missed the
Right.
whole pregnancy.
But he was there for Bullets.
That was the only one.
Yeah, but he didn't care about the pregnancy. He didn't. I mean,
He
first
didn't care
of all,
about none of that shit. He was trying to be a Super
We
Saiyan.
had character development.
but
okay?
also
Right.
you got to.
I understand that,
His experience with his
but-
father was he was off world when he was a little kid.
Exactly.
It's the same
But that's
way.
but that's my point. That's a cultural thing.
Look,
Goku
listen.
was raised by somebody who
Listen.
loved him.
Listen, because
He
when
experienced love.
Grandpa Gohan died, because he died when Goku was young.
yeah, he was young.
Yeah, he just died. It wasn't like
Yeah.
he left.
He was dead.
But he
So
didn't leave.
that-
he wasn't like yo, I gotta
that
go.
further proves my
test my
point about Goku being dead half the time that he wasn't there. See, the goalposts keep moving, and I don't like that.
I'm just saying. I'm saying.
Vegeta never hugged his son till he was 7. Oh, that's just because he grew up as a Saiyan. Oh, his grandpa died and still showed him love. Oh, Goku was dead this whole time, so he doesn't get a pass for that.
I'm not. Like I said, when Goku was dead and wasn't and couldn't be wished back, or they were letting him train, okay. But when he could be wished back, it's like, yo, come back.
Listen, he did it for the greater good to protect the
I
Earth.
understand that's your man's.
Listen, and I'm not wearing a cape right now for Goku. I'm just saying, like, you gotta think about this logically. My man was dead half the time,
But he
and then
chose to be dead part of that time.
yeah, and the Earth was safe after that. Since
But if
Raditz,
somebody attacked,
since
he was
Raditz,
dead.
since Raditz landed on Earth, it's been constant conflict from there until he blew himself up. When Cell blew up and he took him with him, it's been constant conflict.
wouldn't say
People
constant.
dying, like
Yeah.
cities blowing up, all type of crazy shit been going on from when he first landed until he died. So why were you like, yo? The common denominator is me. Like, this is why all this shit keep going on. That's why all these people keep dying. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna bow out gracefully. So
He found
that-
some new people to fight.
Listen,
in the other world.
regardless of whatever, the Earth ain't had no problems when he was dead for them 7 years.
Well,
And what happened?
We got an
the first
alternate timeline.
The
Though.
first day he comes back.
Timeline that says,
Watch this. The first day he comes back, a fucking wizard comes back with a demon king to resurrect the ancient monster.
That was his weekend pass.
Listen, the first day he comes back on a weekend pass from being dead, an ancient wizard and a demon king come to the Earth and try to resurrect the ancient monster to destroy the Earth. The first day he comes back.
Now Vegeta messed that whole situation up.
I understand that.
So,
But the first day he comes back from being dead, from the Earth being peaceful, there's chaos.
You know,
Goku is the common denominator. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're not completely
I
wrong.
can't even. I don't
Listen,
have a
but
rebuttal. I don't have a rebuttal.
Vegeta played it wrong.
Listen, shit's still going on. Ever since Goku's alive right now, there's shit still going on. The Earth has not been peaceful since Goku has been back.
Oh my gosh.
It's been motherfuckers coming from different timelines and different, like, you got gods involved. Like, the Earth is in constant danger 24/7 ever since Goku came back. Ever since that halo left his head, it's been in, like, constant danger.
Hey, man.
Damn. Well, you know,
Hey,
you got me there.
that's all I'm saying. So
But
for
that's
all
why
those
he
that
needs to
saying
train-
Goku
that's-
is the bad father, you're wrong.
But he should be training the youth. You got to train the youth.
Listen, they don't want to train. They want to be Chi-Chi done got to them kids, and they want to be
Because he was not a
Chi-Chi
good
got
father.
to-
They want to be superheroes.
He gotta
was
push back.
dead.
The Great Saiyaman
Yeah.
is a great
Now
superhero.
they got Goten and Trunks doing this shit.
Oh, see, I don't want to hear about that. That's, first of all,
They got them doing this shit. They the
They don't
only
even have a
ones.
point of reference.
Listen,
At
Goku
least
done
Gohan
adopted.
had the Ginyu Force as a point of reference for the
Goku
food.
done adopted Broly.
The Ginyu Force.
Those are
I
my
miss
guys.
them.
Those are
miss
my
them.
guys. But Goku done adopted Broly, so that's his new son now.
Yeah, he a better father to Broly than he is to Gohan.
Listen, because Gohan want to be a fucking scholar and work at a
Whose
college.
fault
and
is
shit.
that?
Don't do
you
him.
were supposed
Don't
to have
do
his
him.
fatherly influence was
He
supposed
was
to
dead.
But that's why you come back. You could have came back.
He came back and the world been shit ever since.
So
I think
Alright.
y'all just need to agree to
but see,
disagree.
no, because this is the point. If he came back, his point to Chi-Chi is, look, woman, he has to know how to fight.
And she
It
not.
ain't gonna be no world if he don't fight.
Listen,
So he can be a doctor after we take care of this other shit.
Listen, now he got a new form, and now he one of the strongest, plot armor, all that other shit.
plot
So it
armor.
worked out. So it worked out.
So I have an honorable mention.
Sure, go ahead. Throw it out there.
Horizon from Naruto.
Oh, here is it. Oh, yeah.
Horizon.
What's
Our honorable mention?
Is he like a stepfather? He's not like
He was supposed to be taking care of Naruto.
he let my man swing on them sets, on that swing set by himself while the village was making fun of him and being in fear of him. He is the worst Hokage out of all of them.
So yeah,
He pisses me off so bad. He let my man eat spoiled
spoiled food, sleep on like the floor.
Yeah, like bro, like pupil was like, "Yo, take care of my son." He was like, "I got you," and then lied and then let my man just suffer.
Didn't tell him who his father was.
Man, that's crazy.
Nothing.
How you not,
The whole village didn't tell him
Yeah,
who
the
his
whole
father was.
so we the only two motherfuckers that got yellow hair, and no one is like,
and nobody was like,
Nobody
"Yo,
can put, they can't
not
put
to
two
mention,
and two
but
together.
your dad was the fourth Hokage." Like,
That's what I'm saying. You can't put two and two.
my
together.
bro was saying, "I want to be the Hokage," not knowing that you
And
got
everybody
it in
else
your
was just
bloodline,
like-
or everybody just looking the other way. Yo, they did my boys dirty, yo. That's crazy how they did. No, yeah, but he's a
he's
a
my
piece of
honorable
shit.
mention of
Yeah,
horrible fathers.
he's actually bad, not Goku. But, I'm not gonna get back into that. All right, I think we at time. We're close to it, so we're gonna wrap this up. This is a great first episode, so I'm just glad y'all was able to make it. We definitely gonna be back to do this again. This was fun. I had a great time.
This is fun.
this
Next
was
time I have my anime shirt, I just forgot to stop the Walmart.
Hey,
So.
it's all, tell you, Walmart is the place that I got a
have
closet
stock.
full of these things, man. And they like $7-8 a piece.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I
Telling
mean,
you, man.
I don't do Walmart for political reasons, but
Listen, I understand what you're saying. I know where you're going, and I understand that. But listen, I just go there, I get the shirts, and I'll be out. I go there every couple months to see what they restocked on, because they always got some new stuff there. So I go there every couple months to go grab me something. That's specifically what I look for: anime shirts.
But yeah, this been cool. I don't get to talk about this a lot. You know, I don't got a lot of people in my circle that watch anime.
What?
So,
That's crazy.
yeah, my uncle, but like he lives
How old
in
is he?
Atlanta. He's 40.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that put me on.
Making me
Another-
feel,
So-
making
another
me
OG.
feel old. I got you. By a couple years. But
Hey, listen, I'm all for it, man. It's like we need to get more. Like I know a lot of people that, you know,
a lot of people watch.
Yeah,
Lot
Not all
of
the women.
yeah. There's not a lot.
honestly,
I don't
there's
know.
a
That
lot
I
more.
know of.
There's a lot more.
It's a lot
but
more
I
now.
think they're closeted because they don't know. Like you said, your circle is small. Your circle doesn't.
Yeah.
And so because if you brought it up to them, they'd be like, "What you watching?" And it's like,
Listen, everybody is like that at first because they think it's cartoons.
yeah, they
and
think it's
and it's not.
they think it's like Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's not. Yeah, that's what they do. Whoa. I'm not taking no Yu-Gi-Oh slander. You're not gonna do that. But yeah, people think it's cartoons, and which is crazy because people still watch cartoons, which
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. So why would you not watch better cartoons? Because it's
You know what they say? I don't want to read that.
it's,
You don't
it's
have to
nothing,
read
it's
it,
nothing to
man.
read.
No,
Oh,
I'm
the
talking
subtitle.
about sub. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, they got dubbed for a reason.
Yeah, see,
I
they-
won't be watching it with them, but you know.
but see, no, some of the old school stuff dubbed is fine.
Yes,
a lot of the old.
I
school
agree
stuff
with you.
dubbed
I
is
agree.
fine,
Listen.
which is where it's a nice entry point.
That's another. We'll get into that whole sub
sub
versus
versus
dub
dub.
debate at some other time because that's a whole episode in itself. We don't got enough time to cover all that. Oh shit! But I had a blast. You know what I mean? I want to thank you guys for coming on. We definitely gonna be back, all of us, hopefully.
All right,
So until next time, we'll catch y'all later.
peace.
See ya.